Hey guys, this is Pikachu the Banana Split here, and you probably didn't know this about me, but for a good chunk of my life, I have been big on model trains. So these are the 5 engines that I've had all my life, and the way they are placed from Flying Scotsman to the one over there, left to right is the order of when I got them. So Flying Scotsman here was the first. I got it when I was like 3rd grade, 4th grade, around then. This Diesel Shunter was the 2nd one. The Indian Pacific here was the 3rd one. I remember my dad buying that at a train show. Thomas. Now, Thomas is an interesting one because I got him when I was actually visiting Britain back in 2017. I was visiting this place in London and there was this huge display of Hornby trains, and my dad said I'd been actually rather well behaved, and he pulled Thomas out of the bag. Now that really surprised me. And then this little shunter here was the most recent one. I got him a few years ago from like a friend. I think it was named Codename Warzone or something like that. I don't know. But today was the 2026 Brisbane Model Train Show, and this year had been quite interesting because I've walked away with a bit of a lion's share here. Yeah, I know. First year of adulthood and I've already achieved big. I've got like 2 pieces of rolling stock, 2 coaches, and another engine. That being Daisy, the diesel rail car. Now, this year I had already had an idea about what I had wanted. I had wanted to get Henry, or a Bachmann Henry in particular, but I wasn't able to find it at the train show, but my mum has ordered one online, and it should be here in a few weeks. But for the most part, this is what I got. So I shall open these up and I'll kind of take a better look at them. Okay, so 5 boxes and 1 paper cut later, I think I've managed to get everything in line. Just a disclaimer, Thomas was not purchased today. I just needed someone to hold the boxcars there. I got Thomas when I visited Britain in 2017. But just look at Daisy. Oh, wow, she looks absolutely great. So, Daisy, the diesel rail car, first appears in Thomas and Friends after Thomas tries to drive himself and crashes into the station master's house in Thomas Comes to Breakfast. And the Fat Controller brought Daisy to try and to take care of Thomas's passengers while Thomas was at the works. But she was very full of herself and very snooty, to say the least. She refused to pull the milk, meaning Percy would often have to do it. But when Thomas came back from the works, Daisy was allowed to stay. So she was basically almost like the first diesel actually owned by the Northwestern. Not the first diesel to visit Sodor, that was Devious Diesel. She would appear again in Bullseyes in Season 4, where she has an incident with Champion, the farmer's prize bull, and she keeps saying to Toby as she just toots, they'll just move. But Champion stares her right in the eyes and scares her off. And so Toby has to be the one to take care of Champion. She then appears once more in Calling All Engines during a learning segment. where she helps Toby with taking workmen to the bridge, the suspension bridge, to be repainted. And then we didn't see much of her, but then they finally brought her back in Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure to work on the Harwick branch lines, where she would take passengers while Ryan would take care of the goods work. And she's appeared quite a lot since then. She's tried pulling Annie and Clarabelle. She's made Ryan do her work. She helped with a puppet show. She's been through a lot. But this is definitely mirroring her Sodor's CGI appearance. Because that's a very CGI-looking face. I mean, look at Thomas. That's more model series-like. Daisy's face feels more CGI-like. And I've also got 2 express coaches. I actually got these for when Henry arrives. I mean, decided to like give him his own rake of coaches. Almost like a gift for him. And then we have the boxcars. I saw these because I haven't got much rolling stock, and I also noticed about this one, the door slides open and shut. And if you see Hornby Dublo, that's what Hornby used to be called. It was actually for the railway production work of Meccano. Before, in 1938, as it's showing there, 70 years of Hornby. So 2008, that's almost 20 years ago. Whereas this one was last year. So the guy at the table I bought it from said I saw it and he said this is like a collector's item. I'm like, alright, you're coming with me because I can't resist collector's items. But yeah, I've definitely been a little more successful at the train show this year, and I will do a video when Henry arrives, I promise. Stay tuned, guys.